morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that ever across the country and the world is talking about something you may or may not have known. Dubai has just soared to the 18th richest city globally.
And a 5-year UAE visa is now available to Pakistanis.
Social media is erupting over a 300 dirham salary job post for a nanny.
And His Highness Sheikh Hamdan meets top Indian cricketers.
Then later on in the show, we've got two big interviews coming. We're speaking to the man behind OFFLIMITS Festival. This is the mega festival that's bringing Ed Sheeran to the UAE.
And on April 10th, it marks the 50 years of relationship between UAE and Ireland. So we had the ambassador of Ireland, Alison Milton, on the show. So stay tuned to listen.
And it's 8:32 in the morning. You're watching Massa and Casey, and in today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny. Temperatures ranging between 24 to 35 degrees. And that information is one of the few things I couldn't pull from ChatGPT because it controls the rest of my life. And basically, I saw something from Chris Fade, and he said he's just discovered ChatGPT. He's using it for the last 10 days. It has changed his life. And I'm thinking,
what did he use it for if he just discovered it?
Everything. But like, ChatGPT has literally been my confidant.
Same.
My mom, my work ally,
my bestie,
my best friend for about a year
my
at this
enemy.
point. Well, maybe, how long have you been
Your
using it?
competitor. Okay, I'll tell you, I started using it, like seriously using it, I think summer 2023, after I graduated from uni.
What?
So it was first launched in my last year of uni, okay? I was not aware of ChatGPT at all, okay? And we'd have those classes where we'd have an open book midterms, where you'd have to write essays, where you have to answer questions in essay formats.
Right.
And we only had 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's not enough.
Okay.
It's a political class, okay? I just couldn't grasp the fact that people were finishing on time. Like, how were they able to finish on time and get such high scores? So I would go up. I would never forget you guys gatekeeping ChatGPT from me. They gatekeep ChatGPT. They figured out that I did not know about ChatGPT.
Your colleague, your classmates?
Classmates. I would never forget that. So I would go up to them and I'd ask them, how were you able to finish on time?
Oh, Masa.
Why
did they not tell you?
Because they would score higher. If you think about it. So they get like a 90, 95, 98%, and I get a 90%.
Students are so smart. I had no idea ChatGPT was... I thought it's like, okay, I said a year, like the last couple of months.
No, it launched in November 2022.
My friend is a uni professor, and she said it's impossible. She was like, the smart kids, they use ChatGPT and you can't figure it out. But the less smart kids, they use ChatGPT, and she said it's so obvious, but you can't point it out. Like, there's no way. You still have to grade them on the work that they've given you. I don't think educators, the school systems, are ready yet for ChatGPT because...
But aren't they all about using AI for your own benefit? Like, we had the plagiarism where you had to submit for plagiarism.
Yeah, but does that work on ChatGPT?
Before I graduated, it didn't work. The plagiarism website couldn't pick it up.
Exactly.
But now they can. Because they're aware of ChatGPT.
Are they?
But it was just still freshly new at that time.
What do you think our minds will be like in 20, 30 years? Because I ChatGPT everything. Like last night I was trying to figure out rent and prices, and I was like, rather than spending 60 seconds using my calculator, I was like, this is what's happening, and then I might do this, and what's this? And it gave me the thing, and I was like, okay, that's the answer. Like, my brain is going to be mush. It's already mush. It's going to be mushier.
I think you'll get some more free time for yourself. Silver lining in everything.
That will be much faster. Do you use ChatGPT on your WhatsApp? Do you have that?
WhatsApp ChatGPT?
Yes.
There's WhatsApp ChatGPT?
Yes. And now you don't even need to open the thing anymore. It's maybe I have like an earlier version. It's called Meta AI. I'd be worried to show it to you.
Okay. So it's like, I want to write a cover letter. I want to feel less stressed.
But then it comes up as a little chat. So now I literally go into a chat here. It's my top chat, and I ask it questions throughout the day. Why
Just
am
like
I so
Snapchat.
tired? Why am I so tired?
Just like Snapchat AI. But I hate Snapchat AI. It's no fun.
This isn't fun. It's just logical and practical. But you know the way all ChatGPTs, some are better than others. I think this one's pretty
ChatGPT
good.
is the best. I recently discovered that you can choose ChatGPT as a therapist.
Yes,
I recently saw doing
100%.
that just a month ago.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But once this AI machine did not agree with me, it told me that the action I decided to take was wrong. I'm like, you know what? You're probably a man. Never mind.
Let's not go into the action, but I'm glad that, it's not just telling us everything we need to hear.
It's calling me out.
ChatGPT for life. What is also for life is all of the millionaires now living in this beautiful country.
Dubai soars to 18th richest city globally. So Dubai has climbed 2 spots to become the 18th wealthiest city in the world and remains the richest in the Middle East. In 2024 alone, 8,700 new millionaires made Dubai their home, bringing the total number of high net worth individuals of 81,200 up from 72,500 in 2023.
The city also saw a jump in its ultra-wealthy population, with 237 individuals now worth over $100 million living in this country. Experts say Dubai's favourable tax environment, investor-friendly policies and luxury lifestyle continue to attract global wealth at an impressive pace.
But when I read this, I wasn't shocked.
Why?
I mean, you can sense and feel like we do really have like a luxurious lifestyle here, but you can get the best of both worlds as well. But I think we have the fanciest restaurants in the whole world, because when I look at other countries and I look at their fine dining restaurant, that's a basic restaurant here in Dubai. What do you mean?
Everything is new here. Everything is shiny, and we're so spoiled when we go elsewhere.
And it's grand. It's grand.
It's grand. That sounds like an Irish phrase. It's grand.
It's grand.
But we've jumped up. I feel like since COVID, the city has
been drawing millionaires.
Yeah. It felt like there were some decisions made. The city opened up. Luckily, we're a young population. Luckily, we were able to afford the healthcare. Luckily, we ranked low on the illness and death front in COVID. The city was able to open up, and then it just started attracting people who looked up for that nomad lifestyle, people who could choose to work anywhere. They're obviously the millionaires, and it's just been bumping up and up. And now Dubai consistently is in headlines all over the world. So it's just smashing it.
People realize the opportunities that Dubai has to offer, and especially for business and entrepreneurs, the tax-free rule. This is why it's attracting a lot of millionaires. But if you were a millionaire yourself, what's the first thing you'd buy here in Dubai? Don't say houses. Okay?
Oh,
don't say houses. That's
don't
a basic
say houses.
Answer. Yeah.
I don't think I'd get a car. I'm not too fussed about a car. I mean, the dream, have a coffee shop by the beach.
Nice. You know what I realized? That's every girl's dream.
Is it? A coffee in a bookshop.
A coffee in a bookshop.
with some aesthetic home.
Or flower.
Yeah, I'll send you lamps. I'll send you flowers. A flower coffee shop.
Yeah, a flower coffee shop.
Yes.
Every girl has the same dream, a flower boutique, a flower and a pistachio coffee shop. The dream. We're simple creatures.
What would you buy?
Okay, I'll tell you what I buy. You know Marsa Al Arab?
Yes. I haven't been, but everyone... So it's the new hotel next to Jumeirah Beach Hotel.
Yes, it's so cool. I would buy a yacht there. Oh. It looks luxurious.
Yeah, okay.
I like it.
Okay.
Or, no, I said no houses, never mind.
Why am I buying a business that will probably take away my millions and Masa's going to live her best life on a yacht?
No, you'll get the girls.
Get the girls?
Yeah, everyone's
the aesthetic girlies?
Yeah.
You want to come to my coffee shop?
Yeah.
Will they pay 40 dirham for a coffee? Because that's how much it's going to cost me.
If they pay 40 dirhams for matcha, they'll pay 40 dirhams for coffee.
So expensive.
Matcha is so expensive. Have you ever had a matcha that's less than 35 dirhams?
I've never had a matcha. Yeah, I'm not bothered. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to order one. Sometimes when you go to restaurants, Japanese restaurants, I don't know what to order.
You're missing out.
I've had matcha in things. I've had a matcha dessert before, but I've never had a...
Matcha desserts are good, but you need to drink the actual drink.
I shall.
Your life will change. You'll become a matcha girly.
Let's see. What does it taste like? I feel like it's going to taste like earth.
No, don't say that.
I don't know. Is it sweet?
So, do you like sweet flavors or do you like bitter?
I like not sweet.
Okay, so, okay, trio is probably going to be so sweet for you. Do you like flavors like mixed with salted
No.
caramel? Nothing. No. Okay. Okay.
As in, I like a black coffee with a little bit of.
Okay, so there's this restaurant in Dubai Hills. It's called ABC or something, okay.
That's
something that has to do with letters. I'll search it up. They have really good matcha, and I think you'll like it as a matcha beginner. If you don't want it with normal milk, you can get it with coconut milk, coconut water. Do you like coconut water?
Yeah.
Okay, just have it with coconut water. I think you'll like it.
Okay, ABC Dubai Hills. Thank you for sponsoring the segment. Let us jump in to the next story. We're talking about multiple entry visas have now opened up to people from Pakistan.
So a 5-year UAE visa is now open to Pakistanis. So big visa news for Pakistani travelers. The UAE has officially introduced a 5-year multiple entry tourist visas for Pakistani citizens. So UAE Ambassador Hamad Ubaid Ibrahim Salim Al Zaibi confirmed the update after key issues were resolved, according to a report by Dawn.
With this visa, visitors can enter the UAE multiple times without needing a guarantor or host, making travel easier, more flexible, and perfect for frequent flyers looking to visit family, explore opportunities, or just enjoy Dubai's vibes year-round. We know that this has been kind of rumbling behind the scenes for a little while, and it's amazing that it came through a Dawn reports. We're still waiting for the official news here, but once that drops, it'll be for sure.
I'm just so happy that they're making it easier and easier for people to come visit and explore the city and enjoy it, just like how we're enjoying it.
That's
because they also have it for UAE citizens as well. So
what do you mean?
They have easy access and visa entries here in the UAE. So it's because I think we're aware that we have a really big population of Pakistanis and Indians here. So it makes it easier for them to come visit their families. It makes it easier just to have a quick visit during the weekend, because we're really close, by the way. We're not really far away from each other.
The 5-year multiple entry visa is such an amazing thing for people who are able to sort it.
Yeah, just have to apply once and come back every summer. Come back every winter, because our summers are actually our winters.
It's summer now. You think it's spring, but it's actually summer, which is why some people are traveling. However, traveling for work or traveling for pleasure. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan was doing both, it seems, on his 2-day trip to India, where he did lots of things, including meeting top Indian cricketers. So he posted a snap with the team, and the caption in Hindi read, "A memorable meeting with Team India," but that's not the only thing he was up to during his 2-day trip.
So Dubai's Crown Prince also rang the opening bell at Bombay Stock Exchange to mark the start of the trading session. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan was also welcomed by Sanderman Ramathuri, CEO of the BSE, and briefed on the BSE's operations, which now lists over 5,600 companies and ranks among the world's largest stock exchanges.
So we spoke yesterday. He had been to Lovin, which is a much-loved restaurant in Mumbai. He'd also then yesterday, while the global stock market is kind of tumbling and all sorts was happening yesterday, I believe it's stabilised now. There, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan was meeting, royalty, cricket royalty as well, with a jersey that says Dubai, wearing, a mixed attire, and I'm just like, what a cool thing. So obviously doing the key diplomatic conversations, but also
seeing the beauty of the country.
Seeing the beauty of the country and doing things, that would mean something to the Indian population as well. Like cricket is such a big thing, so to meet the stars of the team, and I think it's really nice. Bell. Yes, I would love to see His Highness Sheikh Hamdan visit Ireland.
Where would you take him?
Because today is obviously we're marking 50 years of Ireland in the UAE, so maybe it's the time to manifest that.
Maybe it's time for an Ireland visit.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
But if you see His Highness's travel pictures, he loves hiking.
Yeah, I noticed, and he used to open lives on Instagram all the time when he was hiking.
Yes,
I used to watch them all the time. They were so fun. Why am I entertained?
Imagine if you'd done one in the last 2 days and did that, just would have skyrocketed. So manifesting the next one for Ireland.
Okay. So take him hiking.
Take him to the north, south, east, west coast of Ireland. It's so beautiful. It's like craggy rocks, amazing sunsets when it's not raining, obviously.
And water smashing the mountains, and it just feels like you're in the Vikings.
It's beyond stunning. You can't even, you have to go there. Like, the pictures will not do it justice. So manifest that.
Visit Ireland with Casey, You know those YouTube videos? Visit Ireland.
I'll do the tour guide. Absolutely no problem. Let's jump into our next story of the day. Social media erupts over a 300 dirham salary job post for a nanny. So a post for a nanny, or maybe it was a cleaner as well, is being ripped apart after an anonymous resident put a question to a Facebook group. And the question is, looking for house help in Azizi Star building in Furjan for an Indian family for 15 days a month on alternate days, so 15 days total, and it would be 1 hour a day, and it would be 300 dirham salary for the entire month. And then it lists the requirements, which would include floor cleaning, washroom cleaning, deep cleaning, the weekend, around 2 hours, ironing clothes once a week. And if we look at the comments, which we've got a couple up here beside us, people are
Shocked.
People are appalled.
So 1 hour daily.
1 hour daily, so it would be 15 hours minimum a month, but then at the weekends it would be 2 hours. I think people have tallied up to about 20 dirham, less than 20 dirham an hour, basically saying, are you in your senses or not, living in, well, they called out the
area?
No shame on the area, but basically living in this expensive building, and then you're offering to pay such
Minimum
a small
wage.
amount. Shame on you.
But, you know, I'm just a little bit confused as to why they would try to post it online, because there are a lot of companies that offer part-time cleaners, and they make sure that they pay the minimum wage per hour or per 2 hours. You can book them for the amount of time that you need.
But I'm assuming, so those
And
things
they're
are all there,
employees.
but maybe this person was trying to get less than.
I think they wanted to get less than, but it's just because they're employees, and I'm sure they have different salaries other than just this house to house. But I think this person is trying to avoid all of the costs, like the visas, like the transportation.
Yes. They're hoping
like
that
the
maybe
food.
someone in the area,
What area?
well, someone in the area that they're living has, you know, someone coming in more regularly, and then they could pop into them once or 2 days. But what I find interesting is in these Facebook groups, you'll see people trying to lowball. Sorry, I've just seen a comment. Nanny for an ant farm, exactly. We actually have the title. It's a cleaner, but both difficult and tiring roles that deserve a lot more than that. But you see a lot of these comments in these Facebook groups, and you know, people complaining about the service of work that they're getting.
Yes.
And then you're thinking, how much are you paying?
How much are you paying?
You know what I mean? And it's like, how can you you're expecting a top level of work in your
you're paying
home.
low.
And, you know, also this person is coming into your home. So like, you have to think about what that means for you and the trust that you're going to expect from that and whatever. And then if you're paying someone so low,
What you pay is what you get.
here's what you get.
This comment like made me laugh. Like, if you can't pay a reasonable salary, please clean yourself.
Yeah, clean yourself.
Clean yourself.
Treat people fairly, and you'll
Like,
get
to
it back.
pay 300 dirhams. So, who are they targeting exactly? Because some people that are coming, if they're independent cleaners, they still have to be with an employer. So I think people have to be a little bit careful or mindful of that.
Oh, that's a good point.
A lot of people might not have visas here in the country.
I think you need to make sure, but maybe, so Tadbir is the Domestic Workers Service Centre that you mentioned earlier.
Tadbir.
And that's a above board place to secure nannies. You can submit documents, pay for everything visa free. All the medical testing for domestic workers can be done there, and all visa services can be accessed there.
So your rights as an employer and the maids themselves, they have full rights. And if they face any issues, they can always go back to the Tadbir.
There you go.
So it's protecting the maids' rights as well. And if you as an employer also had any issues, like if you feared for your safety or your child's safety, you can also go back to the Tadbir. So it protects both sides, but making sure that the also maids, like, they get proper treatment, because I'm sure we've heard stories before, or stories like this. So they get their minimum wage, they get the medical attention that they need, and the safety in people's houses, basically.
in a roundabout way, Facebook groups are not the way to go
No.
looking for jobs or looking for someone to work in your home. Okay, it's 8:51 on this Thursday morning, and we are so excited for our next guest. We are going to go behind the scenes of Off Limits. This is the mega festival bringing Ed Sheeran to the UAE. Stay tuned. The CEO and founder of the event that's making this happen is going to be with us after this very short break. Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is CFR, the CEO and founder of Theory 11 Entertainment. He is the man who is bringing Ed Sheeran and many more amazing acts to the UAE as part of the Off Limits Festival. This is happening in Abu Dhabi on April 26th. Get your tickets. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thanks
Busy
for having me.
man, busy man.
So tell us more, what is Off Limits? How did the idea come about?
Well, we've always wanted to come up with festivals that are in line with global standards. We've always been missing those. There's always something missing over the years. And this time, with the support of Abu Dhabi Tourism and with the whole plan of the country moving forward, we put together a homegrown concept to show that our market and region can start curating quality content that potentially can export globally. We started with so many different versions, and the other day I was looking at the initial phase of it. It just didn't look like anything what it ended up being, but ended up becoming a strong concept that we curated locally, and to be able to have the best, to have same standards as Coachella's and the Glastonbury's and others, and hopefully have something for us to be proud that our market has to offer as years go by.
Okay, so we are rivaling Coachella, we are rivaling Glastonbury. This is what we're doing here in the UAE this month, which is really exciting with Off Limits. So first of all, tell us about the lineup. Who is coming, and how do you pull together this kind of lineup of this caliber?
Well, this year is a very strong lineup, so it's usually not normal or customary to have a AAA talent on a first-year festival. Thankfully, Ed and his team, they bought onto the concept. They really love to engage. They love the region, so they agreed to headline the show. And then we have the likes of One Republic, Kaiser Chiefs, Faithless. And then we go towards up-and-coming artists, Sef Deliza, Leone, Ben and Ben, a strong Filipino act, and trying to find a way to inclusively engage the majority of our markets. Over 20 international artists, I think over 11 bands. Yes, so I think the whole day is jam-packed with content.
It's really wild.
So how long was this in the works, though? Bringing such a big lineup?
Well, it took us, I think we started with the conceptualization probably a year and a half ago, and it was only towards September, October last year that we started to heavily activate on making sure what type of lineup, who we're going to have. So yeah, it was nearly 1.5, 2 years into making.
Wow. I have to ask, someone like Ed Sheeran, how does that specific act come about? Because he's, one of the biggest names of music in the world. How do you get him to buy into this festival? Like, what was the secret sauce?
Yeah, so what we try to do is when we started creating the content is that what we need is to have qualities that are global. So what we did is I reached out to Florian Wilder, who is one of the best stage designers globally, has worked with everyone, pitched the idea and he loved it. So he started working on a project to create the concept in terms of the production value, customer journey, and everything we get to have. And that, I presented that to Ed's management, and they loved the idea. And of course, the respect that they have for Florian and everyone else brought together a very strong positioning for the concept, which then everyone bought into. We reached out to many talent, and I think Ed ended up becoming the best choice for us. And we went with them. So yeah, I think they love the idea, they love the homegrown concept of that festival, making sure that we add value to our market, to our region, and be able to have a platform where the regional act can engage with international acts. A couple of strong good news are going to come up with what we have done in order to make sure our regional acts end up, performing with big artists, go on tours with them, and hopefully be able to contribute, however small in our level, within our industry and within our markets.
So I know this festival is going to be one of a kind, hopefully. Like, we're really excited to attend this festival. So can you tell us more how you're using maybe tech and innovation to make it feel different?
Sure. In this one, on Off Limits, we went towards a very futuristic approach. Which means a lot of technology, a lot of immersive experiences. And one of the reasons we chose Florian was exactly based on what he did for the Adele show in Germany, where he curated the whole concept and the whole stadium. Nice. So we loved his approach. So when he came on board, he came up with plans and designs that are second to none. We haven't seen this in the market, and we were just talking the other day that the videos that we're going to showcase, the resolution is even higher than that of the Sphere in Vegas. There's a huge amount of LED screens on our main stage and second stage. So the idea was to create an awe-inspiring moment as the audience walks into the festival, that it is aspiring to be on the caliber of the world's biggest, and we can do it. And I think we have enough talent in our market to be able to do it. And hopefully it becomes something that others around the world get to want to outsource and have off-limits into their markets.
Cool. Big vision and super exciting to be at the very beginning of it. You mentioned there's going to be 2 stages. What is it going to look like for event goers? Where is it happening? And what can we expect when we arrive?
Sure. So now I think we extended it to 4 stages. So we're going to, the show is going to be, the event is going to be at the Etihad Park. So it's a very good mixture of modern and kind of a park outdoor feeling. Doors open at 3 o'clock. We have 2 major stages, 2 smaller stages. So there's always something happening at every corner. And the idea was to create a global festival format whereby you would always go to your preferred stages. At the same time, all stages are active. They have content for different genres and different segment of the market. And so definitely from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. And all stages are full of content and full of action throughout the night.
So do you have any behind-the-scenes moments you'd like to share with us and the audience?
Was it plain sailing the whole way?
Was it easy way, or was it there were ups and downs?
Well, no, there's always ups and downs. It's never easy, and of course you have a lot of competition that you compete with. And there are moments that you always question: why are we doing this? Is it ever going to happen? But I think pushing through, we end up having some really nice discussions, a lot of great ideas. We have a few surprises that, let's say, the regional acts that we added on are going to start touring with some of the major global artists. So we're proud of that. It allows us to show that the Off-Limits platform probably be something that international artist managers are going to have a corner of an eye on to see who's popping, who's strong, who's going to have a potential to grow. But plenty challenges, but I think a couple of good news are going to come out of it. So I think that's as much as I can say at the moment.
Still smiling at the moment. Before you leave us, I have to ask, for you personally, it sounds like it's been your vision that has made this happen, and it's 1 year to 2 years in the making. What are you personally most excited for on the day of the event?
I think, when you start creating content, it's all about whether the end user will enjoy. And I think that's the most important thing. Whether what we thought about is going to actually realize to be something that is of an interest for the audience. I think it's always that moment when you have a full house, everyone's enjoying their time. Services are working as it should be. We're serving the customers in all aspects of the festival, and everyone gets to enjoy their time with their family. I think we've delivered what we wanted to. I think that's the moment that I constantly think about, and hopefully be able to build it onwards and grow it from year to year. So everyone wants to be part of this and be within the festival and enjoy it, because festivals do have a wholly different experience than headline shows. So that's what we're trying to push.
What a fun thing to look forward to. Truly unlike anything we've seen in the UAE before. We're so excited for it. It's Off-Limits, April 26th down in Abu Dhabi. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Massa.
Thank you, Casey.
Next up, this week, Ireland is celebrating 50 years of friendship with the UAE. We welcomed the ambassador to the UAE, Alison Milton, on the show, talking all things about 50 years behind us and the next 50 years going forward. Do stay tuned. It'll be with us after this very short break.
Mention some big names. We'll ask some big names so people get people a little bit more excited.
Sure.
And can you say
all on our own lineup, right? We're throwing some big names on.
Yeah, your own lineup. And can you say click link to watch?
Yes.
Do you mind signing?
Click link to watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Her Excellency Alison Milton, Ambassador of Ireland to the UAE. On April 10th, 2025, Ireland and the UAE celebrate 50 years of diplomatic ties, a partnership shaped by innovation, mutual respect and cultural exchange. And today, we're honoured to welcome Ambassador Milton to discuss that very important
and a little bit about
partnership.
Welcome
to the show.
Thank you so much for
so
being
Thank you so much for coming.
So can you start by telling us how Ireland and the UAE first
We can do this
partnership?
many times.
I will, of course. Thank you so much for having me. It's a real honour to be here
guys,
on
my
Lovin
name is
Dubai
CFR,
morning show on a very important day for us. Well, actually,
Um,
50 years of diplomatic relations started towards
Hi
the
guys,
end
my
of
name is
last
Sia.
year.
I'm the founder
At the end of last year,
of
50
Lovin
years ago,
Entertainment.
and it was really
Don't
Ireland
forget
was
to
one of the
watch
first
the interview
countries
we
to
just had about
recognise the
OFFLIMITS Music
UAE as a
Festival.
new federal state when His Highness Sheikh Zayed formed this state and brought together the 7 emirates. So we are really delighted that we were one of the first countries that started diplomatic relations with the UAE. Our relations go back deep and far because for many, many decades now, Emirati students have left here, often Dubai or Abu Dhabi, to travel to Ireland as young 17-year-olds to start their medical training. So I think that was happening 40, 50 years ago. We also have very long and deep ties in the equine industry. We also have had teachers and nurses coming here for many, many years to provide public services to the UAE. So the start of diplomatic relations is really a signing of a piece of paper that says we are now going into diplomatic relations. But we're so honoured. We're having a full year of celebrations this year. It wasn't enough for us to have just one day. But yes, today is a day that we are absolutely having the formal marking of the events, and really, really honoured and delighted to be Ambassador of Ireland to be doing this.
Amazing. And 50 years of success stories, and I'm sure there's so many stories of people who've had personal success stories, but I just wonder, in what ways has Ireland contributed to the growth and success of the UAE on kind of a bigger scale?
Yes, well, I mean, I think we both have this very similar journey where, to be honest with you, 50 years ago, both Ireland and the UAE were quite underdeveloped nations. And in the 1970s, 2 very big things happened in both our lives. The UAE formed, as I said, into a federal state, and Ireland joined the European Union. So we both have accompanied each other on this journey of development. And I think, I'm so proud of the role that Irish people have played here. As I mentioned, in the medical field, we have formed some of the top doctors. The first female surgeon in the UAE was Dr. Huria Qassam, who was trained in Ireland. We have our teachers have, as the UAE often say, formed the current leaders of the UAE. That makes us incredibly proud as Ireland. But our construction workers, our architects, our contractors across many different fields have helped build what you see today in the beautiful Dubai. But also there's been really, really notable figures who have left an incredible legacy here in the UAE, like the dear late Colin McLaughlin, who came over to Dubai over 40 years ago now and started up Dubai Duty Free, which has now become the biggest duty free in the world. And Colin unfortunately passed away last year, but his legacy will live on for many years. Gerald Lawless then also built so much of the hospitality sector here in Dubai. So these are just 2, though. To be honest with you, there has been so many, and it's right across all sectors here in the UAE.
Makes me proud when she goes through that. It really does.
So can you elaborate more on what areas the UAE and Ireland are collaborating on today?
Yes, well, we work across so many different sectors. So I've mentioned the more, let's say, traditional ones, but they are still so important. Obviously, health and education are the essence of who we are as people, both in Ireland and the UAE. But aviation has been a really big sector for us. So not just what I mentioned about Dubai Duty Free, or indeed our contribution to Dubai Airport and to the fact that we now have 3 direct flights a day from the UAE to Ireland. It's fantastic. But also, now increasingly we're focused on the sectors that the UAE are really taking a lead on, such exciting and novel sectors. Sometimes I worry that I don't know enough about them myself to be engaging with them as ambassador here, but the whole area of AI, I mean, UAE is so clearly a leader in that field, but Ireland also positions itself as a leader. So many of the data centres that you hear that the UAE are financing and helping around the world, it's Irish contractors that are actually providing the hardware and the infrastructure for those data centres. So I would say AI, renewable energy, renewable the whole field of transition, energy transition is really, really important to both countries. They're very important areas. I mean, the UAE has done so much on space, Ireland still, but I think we have a lot to learn from the UAE. So these are areas of increasing engagement between Ireland and the UAE. I would say research, science and research. The UAE looks to Ireland actually as a reference point in terms of science and research and development. And we're very proud about that as well. But I think there's so many areas we can collaborate on, really exciting areas of research right across the sectors.
How interesting. It feels like more and more people from around the world and Ireland as well are looking towards the UAE for opportunities. And I wonder, what opportunities do you think are most open to people from Ireland?
Yeah, well, there's a reason why over 12,000 Irish people have made the UAE their current home. We hope they'll come back someday, and we know their hearts are also very close to Ireland still. But, this is a very, very welcoming place. I don't know of any other country on earth where 200 nationalities coexist in such a positive and collaborative way, and the welcome that Irish people get when they come here. The fact now that many Irish people have golden visas, they are, as I said, contributing across many, many different sectors, and it is the opportunities that the UAE provides in some of these sectors that are really cutting edge. We have Irish people positioned at the very top of the AI sector, for example, around the very high up in the cryptocurrency sector. So we're learning from those Irish people who are working in this. Irish people, I think, bring a very deep and strong education. That's really core to who we are as Irish people. We also have incredibly shared values with the UAE. So I think that also brings this natural affinity. Family is really important to both countries. So we work very, very hard, but at the weekend we like to go home and spend quality time with friends and family. And I think that's something that also makes it very easy to live here. The weather, slightly better than Ireland here, but of course also you'll find a lot of Irish people heading west in the hotter months, because we tend to get a nice soft day in Ireland every single day. So that's it. So they choose the weather when they want to be in either place.
So St. Patrick's Day this year fell during Ramadan. And so how would you say the Irish community here in the UAE continue to celebrate its traditions, all while respecting and engaging with Ramadan?
Of course. Well, St. Patrick's Day is a very, very important day for us as Irish people. And indeed, it's now celebrated increasingly right across the world. Over 70 million people around the world call themselves Irish or with Irish descent. So it's a very, very important day for us. But of course, when it falls during the holy month of Ramadan, we feel that it's very important, certainly as the embassy or official Ireland, let's say, in the UAE, to respect the local moment that there is during Ramadan, and also we're very, very busy and very privileged to be invited to all the iftars and suhoors and different special moments associated with Ramadan. So we decide, as I said, official Ireland, to postpone our celebration of St. Patrick's Day, and that's why we're marking our 50 years of diplomatic relations today on April 10th, because we wanted to wait until the holy month of Ramadan passes. But of course, Irish societies here, we have fantastic Irish societies like the Dubai Irish Society, the Abu Dhabi Irish Society, the Dubai Irish Business Network. All of them did hold respectful events that brought together Irish people to celebrate our culture and traditions on around the 17th of March. So that was great as well.
Speaking of celebrations, an Irish event in the ambassador's home went viral. I'm telling you, you brought together amazing people from around the world across so many sectors of the fashion industry. And I wonder, could you tell people a little bit about it and why it was so special?
Oh, thank you for asking me about this, Casey, because this was also a very key moment in our year of the 50, as we're calling it. So on the 13th of February, I think it was, we had 16 Irish designers come over from Ireland, joined by our very own local designer here, milliner Evelyn McDermott, and so over 17 designers showcase the incredible fashion design that Ireland has, be it from clothes to, as I said, hats to bags to shoes. And, you know, I felt as ambassador here that beautiful clothes and beautiful design is really important to people in this country and in this region. But yet Irish design wasn't really on the map here, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So it's a dream I've had for many months or years now. And it was so amazing to bring it to fruition at the residence in Abu Dhabi. We had many in people attending from right across the UAE, including obviously very importantly buyers from here, from Dubai and from right across the region. So it was a beautiful event. Thank you so much for asking me about it. It was beyond anything that I could have expected, and I hope that we'll be able to repeat it, because I do know that Irish designers are very, very keen to enter the market here.
More to come, hopefully, on that.
So what message would you like to share with people of Ireland and the UAE?
What message? Well, I think just an incredible sense, 2 words maybe, an incredible sense of pride, and to be aware of the enormous potential of this relationship. I think pride in the relationship that we do have after 50 years of hard work and engagement and friendship and as I said, chemistry, if I can use that word. I know it's a little bit overused, between Ireland and the UAE over the last 50 years, and the incredible legacy that some of those that I have mentioned have left. But so pride in that, pride of what we have and who we are, but also very much look at the potential of this relationship. I think increasingly, given the way the world is today, that we all know about that, we need to look to countries like the UAE that are really such a convening power, such an important country in the centre of the world, and we need to continue to grow and build on this relationship. It's there for us, so we need to engage with it and make the most of it.
Amazing. Well, thank you for being such an integral part of that relationship. Before you leave us, 50 years is a time to look back, but it's also a time to look ahead. So I wonder, could you give us any ideas of, what's next steps in terms of the relationship between Ireland and the UAE?
Well, I hope that we continue to have lots of visits to Ireland from the UAE. Let me start with that. We've had over 15,000 tourists coming to Ireland from the UAE last year. I'd like to see that growing tenfold. So let's put that out there as one ambition. We also are really, we're about to sign a trade and economic cooperation agreement with the UAE. So again, just building and growing. Our trade is nearly 8 billion currently, two-way trade on goods and services. So that again has incredible potential to grow. And more visits over to Ireland, more political engagement here, and that Irish people continue to enjoy and get so much from living here in the UAE, but that they do remember to come home sometime.
To enjoy the rain if possible. That was Her Excellency Alison Milton, Ambassador of Ireland to the UAE, celebrating 50 years of relationship between the two countries. Thank you so much for your time today. We're truly honoured to be your presence.
Thank you very much, Casey and Massa. Delighted to be here.
Thank you, Massa.
Thank you, Casey.
That brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show this morning. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Bye-bye.